Good morning. I just straightened my hair, so I'm hoping it's looking okay. But good morning. It is Friday today, and I said that for my 39 days, cutoff change, not cutoff change, 39 cutoff days, hashtag, that I would actually cut up some t-shirts and show you how, because so many people are curious how I cut up my t-shirts, and I think it's just nice to kind of have an idea, and you can go as extreme or as simple as you want with it. But we're gonna see how I can do this, because I have absolutely no idea how I'm going to show this. What you are going to need is a nice pair of scissors. I actually have these, which my mom gave me. I think they're actual like fabric cutting scissors. So make sure you have something nice. Children's scissors are great, but not for this. And then you're just gonna need the t-shirt of choice that you want to be cutting up. And then I suggest a hardwood floor or something that isn't carpet. Don't look at my pile of shirts, I'm trying to organize them. So we're gonna have to go into my kitchen because everything else is carpet. So we're going to see, this could potentially work. Ooh, I need to clean in here. And also, why is there a nail? Oh my gosh, there's a nail. We'll start with this. If I need to kind of move it around so you can see it a little better, we're gonna have to figure something out because I don't have a stand for this camera, and yeah, we'll figure it out. Need your shirt of choice. The reason that I cut up t-shirts is because I get really sweaty, and when you wear a t-shirt, they tend to get pit stains, and it's just the pit. The rest of the shirt is totally fine. This one's really full of paint and everything, so it's been through a bit. But I started cutting them up because I still wanted to, I have a bazillion t-shirts and I wanted to keep them, especially some that were from high school powder puff, or I just really liked them. And a lot of my t-shirts, when I cut them up, they turn into new favorites. So instead of just throwing it away and throwing away a memory that I'm not ready to get rid of yet, I cut them up. So what I like to do is make sure it's pretty flat, straighten it out. You can see those pit stains. I'm not lying. So make sure it's pretty straight as far as you can get rid of any wrinkles, any folds, and make sure that the shirt, you can hold it like the same on either side. So I do, you know, the shoulder seam, and then where it comes to meet the actual sleeve, I like to hold it there and then fold it in half so they meet. Try and line everything up, make sure that this isn't folded over, it's just straight. Get the sleeves lined up, lay it down, and then you can line up the actual shirt. And then straighten it out so you don't have any folds or anything in there, because that's when it's gonna look wonky. Believe me, I've had 59 cut up t-shirts. I know, but I've got a pretty good idea about this. Got it lined up. Oh, that looks so bad on camera. So you just wanna make sure it's nice and straight. You know how you'll get like little bubbles of, or like here, that's fine as long as this side is pretty straight. So what I like to do is, I sweat a lot, so I want to make sure I cut off all of this. So, and for me, I like t-shirts, I like cutoffs that have just like a little bit, I don't like fat, I guess like tank top like stuff. So I like to keep mine a little short. So that just depends on where you want to start cutting. But I usually do, I'll probably start like there and cut off. So then when I cut, I'm gonna cut all the way down, make sure that I get around as much of this as possible, but you don't wanna go too far over, because then it gets to be like very short, like a thong for your front, and you don't want that, or depending. And especially if you're a bustier girl too, you don't wanna go too far over, because then it's just awkward and it kind of like bubbles out. So you want to just make sure that you get as much over on like where you sweat, so it's not, you don't want to go like this way. You want to find a spot that you're good at, and especially like if you have sweat stains here, you want to make sure that like the farthest you go is where you're going to come up. All preference, but I like ones that are a little bit lower. There is a happy medium. So if you've got like a normal size t-shirt right below your pit stain, like maybe an inch or two, is totally fine. It's totally just dependent on you, but I like mine a little bit lower but not super low. So right below my pit stain usually is good because I usually put out like right down here, like right underneath my bra line. So I sweat a lot. So let's see if I can do this. And it's totally just preference wherever you want to start. I don't know how I want to do this. It's been a while since I got a t-shirt. It's nice and straight. Here we go. And it's just a t-shirt. Fine. It's gonna be perfect. As I keep smoothing it out. That's the sleeve, and then I have a two-part because I don't like things that are close to my neck, so I tend to cut the neck off too. Here's how I do that. Your hair so far, I think this will be good. So then we bring it back out. I think that should be fine. Oh, I must hit it. It's a hit or miss until I put it on. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fold it in half now. So we're gonna line up, again, the shoulder seams so that pretty close, and this is a pretty good indicator if it's gonna work out or not. So we're gonna hold it like this, and then we're gonna put it on the ground. And same thing, you're going to just kind of squish the rest of the fabric out so you have a nice straight seam, like I know what I'm talking about right now. Make sure that it's nice and straight. And again, this is totally preference. If you'd like to keep the neck, you can totally keep it. If you'd like to get rid of it, then it's just preference as well. So a couple things to keep in mind. You don't want to go super far back here, otherwise it's just going to kind of flop out. So if you can kind of keep it a little closer up here, then you're good. And same at the front, unless you want like a V-neck, you're gonna want to follow the seam. So no points, none of that. And then once it gets to the shoulder, if you want a smaller like strap, do that. Or if you want a bigger one, then just follow this. But I usually like a little bit of breathing room, so I might go like half an inch, if that's what that is, down here, and bring it around and stay about the same, if not a little bit closer in the back. We are going to cut this one next. Whatever. And there you go. That's your neck. Was your neck. Here is the final product of the t-shirt. Oh, I'm happy with that. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to show you what it's like on it. This is, oh crap, what did I do in this shirt? But there's your cutoff. You don't sweat a lot, and I'm probably gonna do this with one of my shirts just because there's something on it. If you want a headband, cut along the seam of your sleeve, straight down. This was nasty because of that, but you can take it, and so this is the arm, this is the underneath, this is the top, so it's like that for your sleeve. You can cut this a little lower, but depending on how big of a head you got, but you can usually like stretch these out and make like a headband kind of thing. Oh my gosh. So again, the armpit goes in the back of your head, this goes in the front, and then you got one of those like you got a nice headband. Reduce, reuse, recycle. And again, this can be as big or as small as you want it to be, but if you've got a nice sleeve that you want this for, you definitely can. So that is how I cut off my t-shirts. I will show you this in a second. It's really just all trial and error. You find out what kind of style you like, and that's what you go with. Again, you can make an arm sleeve headband if you want. Otherwise, just a cut-off t-shirt. Otherwise, first cut-off t-shirt tutorial by Miss Jessie Wallaker, who wears them all the time and suffocates if she wears anything but them. So, thank you. Okay, so honestly, overall, not too shabby. It comes down like right where I'm comfortable with. I forgot, sometimes I like to cut off a little bit in the back just to make it a little more longish, but not like the super awkward ones that you see. But I might trim a little bit off here, maybe off the back, but overall I like to tuck it under my sports bra, and then I'll make it back a little bit too, and I want full range of motion. And depending if I didn't cut it right, I'll pull a little bit off the top and tuck it under. But overall, not too shabby. So there you go, cut off t-shirts with Jessie. So give it a try, let me know if this is helpful, if this is something that you wear as well. But years and years and years of cutting t-shirts and wearing them to the gym has gotten me to this point. So you're welcome, have a fantastic day. Bye guys.